Hey there YouTube, this is Ice9 bringing you another Madden mobile video, and in this video, looks like Brad just played me back. So I'm on my 6th drive, he is drawing dead. Let's see what he tried to do. Strong flood that, Ray Lewis got him on. I ran a little FB flare, a little mid attack. And he's trying to run some different plays, which is really cool. I mean, that's how you get better at this game. Little stutter post. That's kind of a tough play sometimes. You don't get really good protection. Slants middle. Probably didn't like the look he got in coverage and took the sack. That happens. 4th and 22. And on the fly pattern to Jerry Rice in the halfback screen. He makes the completion. And this is how Brad plays. He claws and he fights and he competes, and that's why I love having him in our league. FL drag. Can't leave that one open for him. He will definitely abuse you with it. Mine, PA boot. Ran the halfback screen, damn it. Little motion flat. PA boot. Motion flat. I can't make that play work on the 2-point conversion for the life of me. It's just I never seem to get the look that I want. I always get man coverage. And tried a little Y stick on me twice in a row. He had to know it was countered the first time. Brad's smart. I assumed that he wanted to try to see if he can complete it even if he was countered, and then he went mid-attack and was not able to complete. So he is officially drawn dead at this point, and I'm going to try to play him back and see how I do. Brad's been countering some weird plays on me. PA boot. Just a number of strange plays, so we'll see what adventures are waiting for me today. He has got a good kicker for what he does. Oh, I got a good run back, though, out of it with Hester. So let's see what I can do here. Now I've been using a lot of mid-attack. I'm going to assume the flanker screen is countered. FB flare since I've been using it. The Y stick should be countered. HB option may not be countered. That might be a viable option. Motion flat. I doubt he thinks it's dangerous enough for him to counter it. Let's try the cross in and just see how we do here. And it is not countered. And so I'll try to get a first down using it. Here comes the blitz. And pretty good coverage on that too. I got it just early enough to Gronk that they couldn't cut it off. And let's go and let's try some other plays. I have not used Seam 678 on him in a while. He usually counters halfback angle, and for good reason. Angle is a very dangerous play. Deep attack I've been using on him, so that might be countered. I'm known for using post corners. That could be countered. Hardly ever use the stutter post. Not very good at the play. Maybe I'll try it. And completion to Rice. Looking for wide receiver 1. And let's see what else we could do. Very good chance that motion wide shallow is countered. I have used that play with some success against him. Deep cross, I use that a lot, as well as cross up. I think Brad himself is the best at running comeback. I'm not really comfortable with that play at this point. Well, that may be exactly in a game where I know I'm going to win. Maybe that's exactly the time to try it. Gronk going deep. Hopefully that safety doesn't make it back, and it doesn't work. Got pretty good protection on the play, which doesn't always happen. I'm going to go ahead and try that again. That was a pretty good look. the tight end, who I guess could run a variety of routes. And in that one, he just opted to run the fly. And let's see what Gronk does there. And we get a nice little completion out of it. So another play to work on and add to the arsenal. You start with your best receiver, Gronk, and then you start looking at the number of defenses that you see, man versus zone, and seeing what's going to be the best look. He's been countering the slant plays on me a bit, so I better not try him, I think. And Gronk absolutely destroys somebody for the touchdown. And I don't run this too much on a conversion, but I see other people doing it. So I'm going to try to run the conversion to Gronk. And didn't get enough time to throw the football. Got a full-on blitz. So that is that game. Good game, Brad. Nice job. I know he was just experimenting with different plays, which is pretty cool. Brad, since I've been playing with him in October, has gotten much better. He's won league championships with us, and he's a great player in our league. And there he is cheerleading. Wow, off to another great start. Brad's not happy apparently unless we go 500 plus points. That's a pretty heady objective, but it's good to have goals, and hopefully we get there. So we're off to 324 points, doing pretty well with the top four. Not really the top four. Our last league championship, Leo's the top guy, but it kind of sorts us by, I think, our initial join at this point. Maybe I could change that at some point, but top four on the list put up 24. Poperator, my buddy, put up 22. Marco Rosa put up 24. A couple really good players. These are two of our best, Ativ and Leo. They're admins for us as well. They have yet to go. Brad put up his 24. Anthony put up 22. Aiden Sapphire put up 16. JP and Dairy Clown haven't gone yet. These guys are both really good. JP, I know you've been struggling a little bit, but you will pull through it, buddy. You're a good player. He's beat me in league season or in league championships. He's beat me before. He's a great player, and I'm sure he's going to bounce back and do real well. Newer member with us, and from our old league, Zero Steven. He did pretty well, put up 24. And it's one of our guys that we just added. I would talk to him last night. He contacted me based on my YouTube videos, so you can also do the same. Ice 9 Vonnegut. Right now I have it set up to where the overall, you have to be a 93 or above to join, with 1.5 million fans. We talked with this guy and did pretty well in his tryout, so we added him. So welcome, Albert. A couple other new members here. Professionals, look really professional. They put up 24 both. And so we're off to a great start. We are playing the dreaded Boss League, or one of their affiliates, Boss League number 13. Rank is 11,611, which is lower than ours, but you got to assume, being an affiliate of the top league in Madden Mobile, that there's going to be some real good players in this league. One other thing that Boss League is well known for, as well as being the top league in Madden Mobile, taking over from the Wall in that spot, is they're well known for cheating. And so that is something that I'll be looking out for. Force closing. There's a lot of other things that can be done, though, and it's really hard to pick them up. I'm not as good as picking up the signs of cheating as some other people, but I'll definitely be looking for it a little bit, because they are well known, or at least the main team, Boss League, is known for cheating. So here is our leaderboards. We are 2-1, ranked at 2065, and we're doing pretty well. In our last game, we did really, really well. A lot of people put up 24. I think it was 520 something points for 24 players, which is a pretty good number. A pretty good number, as far as I'm concerned, is if you're at over 7 points per drive, and we were over that number, which is really good. Now, just pointing out here on the leaderboard, we're going to see a lot of familiar leagues for those who check out the league standings throughout the year. There's going to be some top 100 leagues that are a part of this. I noticed some weird things when I'm looking at this leaderboard, and some of this might be because it's a small sample at this point. It's only 3 games in, but we can see, for example, Roast Toast up here at number 1 has 1,860 points, which has got to be almost perfect, and their points against is 102. That's in 3 games. 3 leagues, 24 versus 24, 102 points. It's an extremely low number. And the thing to know about this is that not all leagues are thrown into this league season tournament. You, as a commissioner, have to sign up and go for the 24 player tourney. So if you're playing in a league and you're in a commissioner in a league where nobody's really playing, where it's inactive, or you have only some guys playing, why wouldn't you enter the 8-player tournament? That I don't understand. Or just play free play and play it that way. These are things I can't understand. So that's just a low number, 102 points against. And I can't really account for it. And their points for, too, are extremely high, even in comparison to other leagues that we know in the past have been cheaters, like Network Timeout and some of these other leagues out there. Network Timeout, I've never played them, so I don't know for a fact that they do cheat, but judging by their name, I'm going to go ahead and throw a stab in the dark and say they're probably one of these leagues that has been cheating all year. Polynesian Airways are top 100. Also, their points against are very low. And another thing to point out about this, too, Gates Cartel with, it looks like, almost a 3-1 differential. The Boss League is number 7 right now at about a 2-1 differential in 3 games. So 3 games in pro settings. This isn't all Madden or something. Leagues only managed to put up 803 points. That seems like a low number, but who knows? And so we see a few of these anomalies down the line. And the thing about it is, if this was all Madden, if this was set up to go all Madden right at the beginning, you'd really see a big difference, because it's much harder to score in all Madden. So you might be seeing some people really getting their butts kicked because they don't know how to play in all Madden, but that's not the case at this point. So I can't account for some of these numbers. Now here are the Decepticons, which is a top 100 league, I remember, and they're the Decepticons, so I assume they're the bad guys. They're probably cheaters. I could be wrong, but 58 points against 58 points. It just seems it's an odd number. There's just some odd numbers in there, and a lot of the top 100 leagues are up there. So I'm not sure what's going on. So hopefully somebody who knows a little bit more about what's going on in these types of circumstances will comment more about it. And it is really early on too in the tournament, and so we'll see how things kind of pan out. All right, now our league, Mobile Madness, and I showed you some of our new members. We're up to 27. We're looking to add more. Right now, as I mentioned, our league requirements are 1.5 million fans. We want you to be at a level 50. Have all the counters available to the game. That'd be a liability if you didn't. And a required rating of 93. Now, you can contact me through KIK, ICE, the number 9 Vonnegut, and we could talk, have a conversation, and see about giving you a tryout. But right now, what I've seen is that by making the requirements high enough, I've been seeing less applicants. And that in some ways is a good thing because we don't want to bring just anybody into the league. And our big thing is we want to play. No matter how we do the league season tournament, no matter whether other leagues are cheating or not, no matter whether leagues like the Boss League end up taking down the grand prizes from this, we aim on playing no matter what. We're going to compete. We're going to try to compete at a high level. And the fun for me is getting better at this game and trying to help others get better at this game. So, in my position as the commissioner of the league, I'm in a good position to try to do that. And for me, it is a lot of fun, even though it's a little bit more work. We've got some great guys, and we are in KIK as well. And we have a lot of fun. So that's our league. That's league season tournaments. Now let's talk about the Ultimate Legends for the week. And Ultimate Legend number 1, the set player is John Randall, 98 defensive tackle with really good speed. That's really good speed for a tackle. All the other numbers look good. Hit power look good. Everything looks pretty good. The Ultimate Legends have been hard to get, hard to unlock and get those 2 collectibles. The year and the team collectibles are really the tough parts of completing the sets. But the only thing I'll say about this guy too, just in terms of getting him for John Randall fans, and I was a fan of his. He was a great player in the 90s. I don't know how much interest I have in this guy at this point. I have 99 Mean Joe Green. Here, just to go to my tackles here. So I have 99 Mean Joe Green with an agility boost. This is somebody who, I could see playing for the rest of the year. 98 block shed, 91 play recognition, 100 strength, which is unboosted strength of 100. So that's my main tackle. Randall doesn't really unseat him. And then I've got Woolfork, who is probably a better tackle in a 3-4 defense because he's a big, strong guy who's a run stuffer. Block shedding 98, play recognition 99. So this is a basic, like he is in the game, a run stopper. And there's also some other players out there, if we're to look, and just kind of compare everybody. So let's search by 96 defensive tackles and see who else is available at this point. There's Mean Joe Green. So there's the boss version of Randall. He's already down to 4 million, which is pretty low. Very fast. Awareness is easily boosted. That number doesn't matter too much. The hit power is less than the Mean Joe Green, and his power moves aren't as good. I definitely want power move guys at the defensive tackle position, so not sure how much interest I have in that. If I got him, if I pulled him from a pack or something, I would probably sell him. 96 Sue, who has, this auction notwithstanding, has come down in price, and we can see he's pretty average. Numbers aren't terrible, they're not great. Hit power is pretty good, though. Power moves are good. tackle numbers low, but that doesn't prove to be too troublesome. And there's also plenty of tackle boosters out there now. And he's got the +1 strength boost. There's Wolfork. There's the 96 version of Mean Joe Green, which had a great boost. In some ways, I wish I was still playing this guy because he played really well, and that awareness boost would take me back up to 99. So we can kind of see, I mean, there's a few players, there's a variety. There's Geno Atkins. And what I've heard about this guy is that he's pretty good. That hit power, though, it'd be nice to have somebody with higher hit power and occasionally cause a fumble. I don't know with that hit power if he's ever going to do that. And here's a guy here. I would take him over Randall all day because he's got the +1 strength boost. He's fast. He's got good hit power. He's got good power moves. He's got a good tackle number. And so our combine set, Don Terry Poe, in my opinion, I'd rather have him than Randall. So a lot of variety at defensive tackle. You can use this position as a boost. It's a good position to do that with. Use a boosted player, especially when the best player at the position right now has a boost anyways and his gameplay is going to be good. And it's not a very glamorous position. They don't show up in the film much. They're not pass rushers. They're not dropping into coverage. They're basically there to stop the run. So in my opinion, having a guy like Mean Joe Green and a Wolfork will do just fine. Wolfork's got some really good numbers, and it may not matter as much in pro settings having guys like this, because if a play is uncountered, you could run up the middle no matter how good the tackles are. But I think in the higher levels, when you're playing all Madden or Hall of Fame, that these two guys are good enough for me. If I wanted to, I suppose I could try to go after Poe. His price is dropping at this point, and so that's somebody I could pick up. But it's just not a very impactful position. So not a real exciting card released this week, and the other one is probably just about as exciting or maybe even a little less. So we're seeing here EA returning to the policy of basically recycling players that they have rights to. There was a legend, Steve Hutchinson, released pretty early on in this game this year, and now they have an Ultimate Legend set of him. And let's take a look at him and his stats. So he's got 70 speed, which is an improvement. I think Brady was even faster than the old Legend version of this guy. He's not very fast. He's still not very fast. I have found when it comes to the guard position and you're running to the outside and the guard comes out and pulls, that somebody with 70 speed and 72 acceleration is going to be a little bit slower to get to his block and can also get in the way of the ball carrier. So having a fast guard, I think, is really helpful in terms of that. That said, his numbers are really good here. His pass block is extremely solid at 94. Run block is excellent at 98. Impact block at 95. So this guy on the pull is going to be knocking some linebackers down at some point. High strength. Everything else is good. But we're also going to see at the offensive guard position, and a lot of people are going to be going for these guys because they're trying to increase their overall. But let's see what kind of guards that we have out there. So here we have the boss version with an extremely high 100 run block and 98 impact block and 96 pass block. Everything looks great in this card. Speed's a little bit higher. Acceleration's a little bit higher. So great card. If I got him, I don't know if I would keep him though. I might go for this guy. He's got a boost plus acceleration, and at the guard position, If you can add a boost and still get a great player, that's a pretty good thing. He's a better pass blocker than he is a run blocker. Impact block isn't really high, but he'll probably do the job. And Kyle Long is certainly a great choice at guard as well. A lot of people going with Larry Allen. He's going to start to fall off in price. He's good for overall, but look at that speed at 58. It's not extremely high. And so that's another guy, depending on where you put him in the poll, he's going to take a long time to get out to his block, which can really hurt your running game, I found. Even though his run block number is high, when he has to go out and pull, his slow speed and very average acceleration are going to cause problems at some points, in my opinion. Team of the Year Yonda, numbers are pretty good. Good run blocker. Impact block isn't really high, but he is a little faster. Acceleration is good, so a good choice. And so these are some of the players that we have out there at this time. And I think the most appealing thing, liking the boost like I do, is if I had the coins, I would go for this guy. I would go for Kyle Long all day. So not a real exciting week for Ultimate Legends with two interior linemen, but it's good to see some higher players being brought out at those positions as well, I guess. So that's my video for today. Also, I guess I could go through my progress on the Combine Master, which is not very good. I've been working a lot, so I haven't really had a lot of time to work on it. I did unlock the rookie Bruce Irvin from a pro pack, and I've got the necessary collectibles to complete him. At this point, I've heard some feedback on CJ2K. From what I've heard, if you know how to use him, he's going to be a good back. I think for the way that I prefer to play with a power running game, I want the guy who falls forward. I want the guy who breaks tackles by trucking. And I know, even though he's got 100 speed, 100 acceleration, there are still going to be times where top defenses are going to be running him down from behind. I see it all the time where a defensive lineman or a linebacker, gains ground and chases the guy down. So I'm not sure how good this guy is going to be, but I'm sure a lot of people are going to be happy with him. My interest at this point is Barry Sanders at fullback with the good double boost, and Emmitt Smith and the way he runs the ball and the way he boosts on my team. And I had a request to kind of show some of my players by Sam, so I guess I'll go through that, take the opportunity to do that as well. So here's Emmitt on my team, 98 speed. He was 99 when I had Dry Archer in the lineup, but I decided to put Barry in there instead. Catch number is decent, but 99 strength and 98 trucking is the big thing. And I have found that even against really, really good defenses, Emmitt could run people over. And, when you strength truck somebody and leave them on the ground, it's a pretty quick move typically. It's not like a spin move or, some of the juke moves. It's a pretty quick move to do. And a lot of times it results in big, big plays when you leave him on the ground with the strength truck. So he was free. I already got him. And so I don't know if CJ2K is going to replace him. And as well, I've got Barry Sanders in the lineup. The agility boost is redundant. I could think of a lot of other people I'd rather have at the fullback position, but he is my favorite player of all time, and he does boost awareness, which I still need for a couple players, so he's still in my lineup. Jerry Rice has taken over wide receiver 1 for me. I sold Fitz, got rid of him. So I have none of the BCA players anymore. I don't have Fitz, and I don't have Barry. They were hard to unlock. I should have kept them just to keep them, I guess. But I have found that the way I play this game, I don't throw it up for grabs much with long passing plays to the wide receivers. If I do need to go deep, usually I go for Gronk or I look for OBJ to get a step on someone because OBJ is extremely fast. So to me, Rice works perfectly fine. His catch in traffic is good. He's actually pretty strong at over 90 strength for a wide receiver. And he's just a good, solid player at the position, so I like him just fine. If I replaced Rice, it would be with a big possession receiver like a Megatron or one of these other big possession wide receivers. I wouldn't just be replacing him with anybody. Still have Watkins for the speed boost. Mostly MVPs on the offensive line with a couple of game changers too. One legend, a pretty inexpensive one at the left tackle, Munoz. And so that's the front line. I do like Beckham in the slot. And I found even though that Beckham can make some big plays on wide receiver screen, on the flanker screen rather, I don't find that play is usually countered, so I don't use it much. Otherwise, for me, for making catches with a corner or a safety in his back, this guy is better at wide receiver one, I feel, and I like OBJ with his speed in the middle of the field in the slot. Onto the defense. My latest, it's been the same for a little while now. And I've got Barr, left outside linebacker, trying to make plays on Gronk. He is yet to make a play for me. I'm not too concerned about it. I haven't been playing much all Madden. I think he might show up more in the film there. But there he is at outside linebacker. Von Miller at the other one. Kuechly at middle linebacker. I've been considering replacing him with one of the boosted 96 plus linebackers. But right now I just haven't made a move. One thing I will say about positional heroes and going to this week's positional heroes. The fullback, not very exciting for a lot of people who run a boost, but Harris's numbers are pretty darn good. 96 unboosted speed, agile, decent acceleration, okay tackle number, really high 99 man coverage and 97 zone coverage, and an extremely high elite 96 play recognition. So somewhere along the line, I'm going to be unlocking this guy. I could see unlocking this guy, but these collectibles are still really expensive, and he's just not enough of an upgrade for me from Law or Dion or for anybody else to really put him in. And again, it's all about his height. If he was taller, if he was a taller player, I'd definitely be trying to get him because that does make a huge difference. So that is my whole video for today. Thanks for watching. If there's anything you want to see, let me know. Shout out to Papa Raider, my co-captain, and also Aiden Sapphire and Ryan. They also have videos on YouTube. You could check them out in my subscription. Thanks for watching.